Welcome to Royals at the Ranch for Thursday, April 14th, 2022. This week, instead of a behavior break in the middle of the episode, we're having a bit of behavior as the focus for this week. Royal pythons are produced in large numbers under captive management, very large numbers, and they're still imported from the wild. This means the potential for a lot of genetic diversity, which in turn equates to a wide range of temperaments among individuals of the species. Remember that temperament is innate, and while it contributes to personality, temperament is something individual organisms are born with. Personality develops over time as a result of genetics, epigenetics, environment, learning, and experiences. It has become clear while studying python regius behavior for just over 2 years with my own snakes and those of my clients that if you select your royal based on looks alone, or in some random manner, you are taking a chance on the temperament and personality of the animal you bring home. It may or may not meet your expectations as a family member. To increase your chances of the royal you bring home meeting your expectations as a pet, please make sure to work with your breeder to choose one with a suitable temperament. Have them do simple temperament checks. Ask them about the individual's behavior and that of its parents and or siblings. Ask how it was raised or is being raised, and if it is exposed to novelty, handling, environmental stimulation, complexity, or any training. Ask if anything at all has been done with it to prepare it for life in a home as a family pet. Ask if anything's been done to prepare it for all of the stimuli that it's likely to encounter once it gets into your home. Phoenix is just one example of how this can be a predictor of how the animal is likely to fit in once you get it home. We worked with her breeder, Canova Reptiles, to perform some temperament testing as part of the decision-making process as to whether to add her to our behavior program or not. And then we had them expose her to novelty, environmental complexity, and cognitive stimulation prior to her arrival here. She was compared to clutch mates, and she was chosen for her apparent bold temperament during the checks. In her case, our predictions were correct. She has been a bold, curious, resilient snake since her arrival. She's visible most of the time. She seldom hides except when she's going through an ecdysis cycle. She's physically active and very mentally engaged. She excels at learning and readily chooses to engage in training activities and other exercises. In contrast, we've chosen a few royals randomly, and we've chosen a few based on color. And the temperament we end up with when this has been random has also been very random and hit or miss. Either the snakes turn out to be kind of middle of the road temperament-wise, or they prove to be extremely shy, fearful, and defensive. We've had one that's turned out to be randomly extremely bold, inquisitive, curious, and a great pet. But you can't count on that if you're just choosing your snake randomly. If you are choosing a snake to be your family pet, you want to do everything possible up front to choose one that will likely succeed in that capacity and that will likely meet your expectations. Don't leave it to chance. summary, the range of behaviors on the temperament spectrum for Python regius can be anywhere from extremely shy, fearful, defensive, and/or reactive to the complete opposite, like a snake that's bold, confident, assertive, and resilient. Or you could end up with a snake that falls somewhere in between or leans towards one end of the temperament spectrum or the other. You just don't know. You can't know what you're going to end up with if you choose randomly with no prior investigation into the animal's behavior and personality. You could very well luck out and end up with one that is perfect for you, or you may end up with a snake that is extremely shy and fearful and that you never see and is very difficult to interact with or acclimate to being near you at all.